Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Sarthashi Dasbodh, seventh collection of 10 chapters. Chapter number 10, Dehant Nirupan. सार्थशी दासबोध दशक सातवा समास दहावा. Okay, Dehant Nirupan means what is going to happen after our death. Now, the best answer given by my Sadguru is the way you are living, the same thing will happen after your death as well. And that's why we have to live a life of a yogi and bhakta, and at each moment, so that at each moment work is worship happens through your this body. First thing. Second thing, now what happens that in so many shastras, I mean books and philosophies, it has been given that our soul controls our whole body through mind, body, and soul. I hope you know that. Now there is a Swami. Swami of this Swami means the control of the body is that soul. Similarly, the control of each soul is that Paramatma, infinite God. Okay. So once your Swami and that Swami becomes unison, then the control of everything becomes unison, and your work is worship reaches to him. And in fact, everything reaches to him, but you become realized soul, and after self-realization, it is happening. Now, if you are living such kind of life, then while living also you are unison with the God, while dying also you are unison with the God, and after death also you are unison with the God only. And this is the way all the sadhu, rishi, muni, sannyasi, you may call saints and all these people, they live like life king size. This is the king size life. To become one with the God is the king size life. What you are wearing, in which you are rich or poor, it doesn't mind what way your life, the situation in life is. Another third thing. Now the person who is living such a pure life, pious life, work is worship life, becoming yogi and bhakta, wherever he may die or she may die, still he will remain nitya mukta. He'll always be living in that state of mind only. It doesn't make any difference whether he's lying or dying in the peace or at some places or whatever. Fourth thing, there are certain concepts in shastras that if a person dies during the Uttarayan, if he is living in India, for example, Uttarayan means when the sun is uh, in the North Pole, for example, he is in the North Zone. For 6 months in the North Hemisphere it is there, North Zone, I mean, and then 6 months South Hemisphere is there. So it is there. So there are certain concepts that during the Shukla Paksha means when the moon is growing day by day till the full moon day, during that Shukla Paksha in Uttarayan, and all fantastic things are there. Then while dying, he's having a sip of Ganga, and he's taking the name of Ram. He's seeing the photo of Ram or Devi, whatever it may be. For example, Durga Mata, whatever, or Lakshmi Mata or Saraswati Mata or something like that. And then he is having a date. He is getting a date. In fact, having a date, getting a date. Then he becomes pious. He gets the all fantastic things. No, it is not like that. Fifth thing, you have to live a pious and pure and fantastic life. I mean, pure life, yogi, bhakta, and all those things. And then only you will remember the God at the last moment of your life, and then only you will die. Sixth thing, it doesn't matter whether you are remembering God, you are seeing photo or whatever it may be. When you are living a life, pious life throughout your life, you will die in the pious life and in Brahmadnyan only. So, next thing is, seventh and eighth thing is, Whether you have been buried or whether you have been burned, your body, I mean, it doesn't matter. Because one case happened, ninth thing, that during his time, that one of the sadhu, he died in the jungles, and the vultures and all those the animals from the forest, they started eating his body. People started grieving, oh, what kind of pain that pious person has. But already he was mukta. So 10th thing that has been told in whole of this chapter is that you should live a life of a yogi, bhakta, like Shri Krishna is telling to Arjun, so that you can create happiness around you. You can achieve Ram Rajya inside you, Swananda Bodh Patan inside you, Anandavan Bhavan inside you. You will achieve sustainable development goals inside you. You will achieve utopia inside you, and then you create same thing outside as well. In your mind, body and soul, everything is happening inside. Then you can create, wherever human beings may go, they will create such a pious and pure atmosphere and environment, and they will create such sustainable things only. Because whatever we are doing here, we are going to repeat it there as well. 12th thing and last thing. You see, one person raised a question that, sir, when I keep talking about this since last so many years, I'm talking this. So you talk about going to moon, Mars and beyond. Sir, we are not living properly on Mother Earth. We keep quarreling with each other. We are on the, self-assured destruction. It's sad. Mutually assured destruction, mad. We are at that state. How can we go there even while traveling in, suppose 100 years we are traveling from this place to that place, for example. We might kill each other inside the spaceship, only in that spaceship will dash somewhere and will die. I said, Mother Earth is a spaceship. We had to create a good atmosphere here for all the times. Why the Ramraj is there only when Ram is there? Why it should not continue forever? Why utopia is not accepted and been lived for everyone? Why greed kills the good deeds? We'll have to think and live properly. Then only we will able to achieve all these things. We'll try our best. At the end of the day, our life is limited. So, we should create Brahmadnyan inside, live the life, work is worship throughout the day, 24/7 throughout our life. Then only we can create all these things. It depends on each and every individual. All the 8 billion people should live like that. So then they agreed. Okay, the 12th and last thing. All these things have been given in this Dasbodh, Samas 10वा Dehant Nirupan. श्रीराम, मिथ्यातेची झाले सत्य, सत्यतेची झाले असत्य, माया विभ्रमाचे कृत्य ऐसे असे पाहता. Now whatever is the mirage you are accepting is at a satya, whereas that satya means the truth which you can see everywhere. You can see everywhere. The God is like in front of, when you look at the sun or moon, it is in front of your eyes. Like that God you can see, it's in front of you, in fact, inside you and in front of you, in fact. Front is doesn't mean always looking outside. Front also means that you are sitting here and looking in front of you. That is also God only. It is everywhere. And still, Maya Vivramacha Krutya ऐसे पाहता means Satya te Asatya, the real truth getting hidden, and the non-real thing you take it as a reality. So you have to come over all these things, obstacles in your life. This is the major obstacle in everybody's life that we have to overcome. सत्य काळा कारणे बोलिले नाना निरूपणे तरी उठेना धरणे असत्याचे. Now to understand the truth, we are listening to a lot of discourses, we are listening to parents, listening to seniors and so many people. And still we continue to live in the non-truthful life. In the mirage we live. We give more importance to me, myself, egotism and self-centered life we are living. That is the non-reality. The reality is living for everyone, living for a good cause. getting all the good attributes inside you, getting good characteristics and good character for yourself. Without harming any species, we are living such a beautiful life. Living, you can give the profit and loss account of your each and every moment. That much aware and alert you should live. असत्य अंतरी बिंबले न सांगता ते दृढ झाले, सत्य असून हरपले जेथील तेथे. Now this untruthfulness has been highly densely packed inside us like that it is दृढ झाले, and you are accepting it. Nah, this is the truth. I shall try to be most powerful, most richest, in fact most and richest. Two superlatives. I'll be this, I'll be that, I shall do this and I shall. सत्य असून हरपले जेथील तेथे. No, the reality is that everybody is going to die. His body is going to die, in fact. But we have to accept it. Whatever work you are doing, do it as work is worship. वेदशास्त्रे पुराणे सांगती, सत्याचा निश्चय करते, तरी न ये आत्मप्रचिती सत्य स्वरूप. Ved and lot of other Advaita Granthas, that is known as Shastra. Purane, there are so many Puran, Bhagavad Puran, so many Puranas there. All are telling only one thing, that truth is one, reality is one, that Paramatma is the truth. And we have to accept it with nishcha, means with firm belief that it is the reality. Tari nahi atma prachiti satya supa. Still we get flown into this mirage, and then we miss the atma prachiti. We miss the reality of life. We miss the ultimate truth in our life. It should not happen. He is alerting us. सत्य असून आच्छादले, मिथ्या नसून सत्य झाले, ऐसे विपरीत वर्तले देखता देखता. The reality has been covered with the unreality. The truth has been covered with the untruthfulness. And then we see exactly opposite thing that we should not see. Somebody said, Ashish, you think exactly oppositely how the world should think. I said, I am not thinking, it has been given in Shastra, and God is making me think like that. Exactly opposite. Somebody said, you tell everything to everyone. I said, because there is no guarantee we'll be living next day. And then there will be no business, there will be nothing, nobody will give you importance, and you cannot become big person, you cannot become rich, you cannot become the Nobel Prize winner and all fantastic. I think I said to him, what is the guarantee of getting those things? He just started laughing. I say, Viparit Vartale Dekata Dekata. So why cannot we move on the straightforward path? So there's somebody said that you walk straight, all the trees are only cut in the jungles because they can be used for so many purposes. I said, come and cut me. My straight tree, my straightforward path is like a vajra. You cannot. It is a harder than vibranium. You cannot cut it. Just try. So many people try to brainwash, but no. God is there everywhere. I can see it everywhere. Dekhata. I mean, this is a reality. Why people cannot see, I never understood. And similarly, Sant Ramdas is also saying something. I'm just a common man. He was saint, big saint, Sant Ramdas. ऐसी मायाची करणी कळो आली तत्क्षणी संत संगी निरूपणी विचार घेता. Like this, the mirage is there. I should understand, what is truth and what is false. But if you don't, then try to go into Santa Sangha, go into good people, understand those things. And then you think over it. Then you will understand that, whatever that saint, the sadhus and seniors are telling since millions of years, and they are trying to trail you with louder noise, wilder voice in so many shastras, but we are not listening. And then we come on the path of MAD on SAD, self-assured destruction and mutually assured destruction, etc. मागा झाले निरूपण देखील आपणासे आपण तेणे बाणले खून परमार्थाचे. I hope Samarth is saying, That in a lot of other chapters I told you that this is Atmadyan where you have to live. I hope he is saying you have become Atmadhyani, Brahmadhyani, and you are on the path of Paramartha. तेणे समाधान झाले, चित्त चैतन्य मिळाले, नित्य स्वरूपे ओळखले निज वस्तू. Now self satisfaction is there. Your chitta, your internal everything has become one with the God. निज स्वरूपे मिळाले, ओळखले निज वस्तूचे. Then you understood what is God, what is truth, what is the reality, what is self-realization, what is enlightenment. And you have become one with Him. Now yoga, you have become yogi, bhakta, and you have achieved that. You don't have to achieve anything else. But still you remain on the path of Paramartha. Please, it is His request. प्रारब्धी टाकीला देहो, बोधे फिटला संदेहो, आताची पडो अथवा राहो मिथ्या कळीवर. Now, prarabdha means you are trying your hard, you are working hard, you are doing all the good things. But your bodha, Atma bodha, should always be there. Do not get entangled into any kind of mischief. Then when you remain in that path, in that yoga swarup, then whether your body falls down, right down, your death is there at this moment or any other moment, you don't bother about it. You have already achieved Atmadhyana, so you always remain Nitya Mukta. This is a guarantee he is giving. Beautiful. ज्ञानियांचे जे शरीर ते मिथ्यत्व निर्विकार, जेथे पडे तेची सार पुण्यभूमी. Now those realized soul, whether they die this place, that place, whether in what did he say? In the in a cemetery he dies, or at the church or temple or mosque or gurudwara, wherever he dies, it doesn't matter. Whether he dies near the Ganges or at home, it doesn't matter, because ते मिथ्यत्व निर्विकार जिथे पडे त्याची सार पुण्यभूमी. Because he has achieved Atmadhyana. His body has become Chaitanyamaya Gaya, and as he has become one with the God, what happens? That he is Nitya Mukta. Now he is telling another kind of a story, that such realized soul, wherever they die, that becomes a Punya Bhumi, Tirtha Kshetra. Then people go and perform penance over there. That becomes a pious place, like a temple. People go and perform their penance, and they also go to the higher state of level of mind. They also achieve exalted state of mind. साधू दर्शने पावन तीर्थ, पूर्ती त्यांचे मनोरथ, साधून येता जिणे व्यर्थ ते या पुण्यक्षेत्रांचे. I mean, he is saying, sadhu darshane, pavan tirtha, because of this sadhu who don't live more than 3 days at one place, because they know all these, everything is perishing. So only one thing is not perishing is Paramatma Tattva, Paramatma Bodh, Atma Bodh, Atmadhyana. Okay? Purti त्यांचे मनोरथ. So these sadhu also go to that Tirtha Kshetra, that place, whether Kedarnath, Badrinath, Rameshwaram, and so many Somnath, and so in India there are millions of such places. So their wishes get fulfilled. What are their wishes? To become a realized soul. Sadhuna yeta chine vyartha taya punya kshetranse. Those pious places are there. There are sadhu people, sadhu, sannyasi, good people come and perform penance. If they don't come, then there is no meaning left to those pious places. पुण्य नदीचे जे तीर, तिथे पडावं शरीर, हा इतर जनाचा विचार. साधू नित्यमुक्त. These sadhus are nityamukta. They are at every moment they are mukta, atmagyanis, brahmadhyani. They have achieved salvation, kaivalya prapti, you can say. But there are some other people who feel that they will die near Ganges only, they will die at this particular moment. What in the start I told you. Uttarante Uttama. If you die when the sun is in the northern hemisphere, when there you are living in India or in northern hemisphere. Dakshinante. So Uttarayan, if you die in the when the sun is in the northern hemisphere, if you die in India, that is better. Dakshinantayada. Then when the sun is in the southern hemisphere, it is not good. So these are common thinking. Has sandhya vase brahma sadhu to nisandhya. These are all the thoughts of, these thought processes are wrong. Sadhu nisandhya. Sadhu is nisandhya. He always trusts God, always believes in God, and remains one with the God at all the time. So he doesn't bother when he dies and all those things. Shukla Paksha Uttarayan, Gruhadipa Divamaran, Anti Raha Smaran, Gati Karan. In the Shukla Paksha, when the moon is growing up to those 15 days, up to the full moon day, Shukla Paksha, Uttarayan, sun is in northern hemisphere, Gruhi Deepa Divamaran. Then inside the house, the candle is burned or diya has been, enlightened. And in front of him, the photo of his Ishtadaivat, means maybe Ram, Shri Krishna, Devi, all are there. He is having a sip of a Ganges. And then he'll get the mukti and he'll get the, darshan of God. These are all concepts are there. So he's saying, okay, these concepts are okay, but sadhu is nisandeha. He remains always mukta. For that particular moment, you need to have remaining in your home, and all conditions should be favorable. And because of this restriction and all those things, many of the times people lose faith. Once after listening to this, this has happened already in Pune 40 odd years ago. A person had 4 children. 3 said that we'll follow this path and all those things. 4th said, unless I start believing in this, I won't perform all these things. Then at the age of 24, 25 something, he had some kind of experience. He said, okay, I'll follow this path. Something like that happened. So, then his father told, please follow this path till your last breath. So, there are so many concepts to achieve enlightenment and all those things. But it is at every moment you should live an enlightened self-realization and, Atmagyani Brahmagyani life. It has been advised over here. इतुके नलगे योग्यांसी तो जीतची मुक्त पुण्यराशी तिळांजुळी पाप पुण्यासी दिदली तेणे. For yogi people, all these things are immaterial. He is always mukta because he has done a lot of good work. Punya Rashi. Tilanjuli Papa Punyasi. You see, Tilanjuli means in Hinduism, Sanatan Dharma, when your near and dear people die, after that you see like this it has been done that I have been detached from this soul forever. Tilanjali, that is known as Tilanjali. Anjali means like this or something like that it is done. So these sadhus are there. So my Sadguru is to say that while living only, they are doing all the good things, punya, pious work only, but they have given Tilanjali to their body and soul and all these things and even Papa Punya. They are living beyond that. So that's why you have to live the Atmagyani life, and then there is a life beyond that as well. While you are living in this body, that is what he wants to say. देहाचा अंत बरा आला, देह सुखरूप गेला, त्यासी म्हणते धन्य झाला अज्ञानजन. Now, if you are lying on the dead bed with a lot of disease and all those things, this is one situation that is supposed to be bad. Another side of the story is, it has been happened. I told this example many times that there were friends. One was 88 years old, one was 90 years old, and one was 92 years old. The 90 years old person died in the sleep in the night. So these 88 and 92 years old people said, oh, he was a very pious person, and he what a Sukhanta. Sukhanta means how beautifully he died. He didn't realize even something like that. So this is all ignorance only. Because sadhu may die anyway, still they are realized so. And there is no guarantee who will die when. That is ultimate reality, that you are going to die. Means the body is going to perish. So then, what is the guarantee next moment you are or anybody among us is going to live? That is why you should always remain in Atmagyan at all the times. Nitya Mukta you should live. That is what Samarth Ramdas is saying. जनाचे विपरीत मत अंती भेटतो भगवंत ऐसे कल्पना घात करीती आपला सर. Now the people have exactly opposite vichardhara, means thought process, that at the end of the life I shall live life any way I wish. That is what the people say. They will live life they wish, and at the end of when they are going to die, they will see the God, the photo of God, and they will die. Because of this, they are doing harm to themselves. समर्थ रामदास इज से जिता सार्थक नाही केले, व्यर्थ आयुष्य निघून गेले, मुळी धान्याची नाही पेरली ते उगवेल कैसे. नाउ इफ व्हॉट एव्हर यू डू एव्हरी डे, व्हॉट एव्हर इन डिसिप्लिन यू आर लिव्हिंग, व्हॉट एव्हर द penance you are doing every day, that is going to remain for your life, and at the end of the life also you are going to remember that. Otherwise you are going to spend life in all the maybe bad activities which is not required. मुळी धान्याची पेरली नाही ते उगवेल कैसे. नाउ इफ यू सो वॉट एव्हर यू सो, दॅट इज गोइंग टू reap. So that is why throughout your life you have to live a pious life, and that is why the tree will be there at the end of your life. And then you will remember. Throughout your life you are remembering God. You can see God everywhere. At that time, at the end of the life also, you will see the God everywhere. Straightforward vichardhara means thought process. Straightforward. It's a straight path. It's a straight growth. People may come and cut you, okay. It is not possible, because this straight path is stronger than Vajra, stronger than vibranium, stronger than any material you may think. You have to remain firm, that's all. That means Samarth Ramdas is saying, जरी केले ईश्वर भजन तरीच होई जे पावन, जैसे व्यवहारती धन राशी माथा लावे. Now if you do the Ishwar bhajan, penance every day, chanting of name, your sadhana every day, then you become a pious person. And you achieve the Atmagyan every moment. Like during the business, real business is achieving Atmagyan. You earn the profit when you do the business properly. With all the ethics and values, you can do the business. Then you feel joy, yeah. दिदल्या वेण पाविजना, पेरल्या वेण उगवेना, ऐसे हे एक वाक्य जना ठाऊकेचे आहे. Unless you give, you won't get anything. Unless you sow, you cannot reap the good fruits. ऐसे वाक्य जना ठाऊके. People don't know all these things. They know it. Still they might commit bad things because their thought process is like that. Hence, thought process is important. Even like Samarth Ramdas Swami Vivekananda said, na, you start thinking, you become that thing. Okay, something like that. न करिता सेवेच्या व्यापारा, स्वामीस म्हणे कोठे मुशारा, तैसे अंत्य भक्ता नरा स्वहित नगडे. Now the vyapar means whatever business you do every day at every moment, then you become that only. So if you do the pious work at every moment, then you become Swami, you become, you become one with the enlightened Paramatma only. You become an enlightened soul. The Paramatma is already enlightened. तैसे अंत्य भक्त नरा स्वहित नगडे. And that is why you should live a good life, harmless life, so that all creatures become happy, not only human beings. And it means it's an environmental message. Yeah, you should keep environment clean and green and sheen. Then only swahit nagade. Then only you will become swahit, means you will do good for yourself only. जीता नाही भगवत भक्ती, मेल्या कैची होईल मुक्ती, असो जे जे जैसे करते ते ते पावती तैसे. Now, while living only, if you are not living a pious life, you are not performing penance, then after your death, how you are going to achieve mukti? He is asking the question. असो जे जे जैसे करते ते ते पावती तैसे. whatever you do, whatever you sow, you will reap. The karma cycle, it in fact is a karma vipak siddhant. Karma cycle. Whatever you do, you'll get it back. एवं न करिता भगवत भजन अंती नवीचे पावन जरी आले बरे मरण तरी भक्तिविण अधोगती. Now if you do Bhagavad Bhajan, penance and chanting name of God, if you practice it throughout the day, in the night also you will do the same thing. Like that, if you practice throughout your life, at the end also you will be remembering the name of the God. If you don't do that, then bhakti vina adhogati. It is assured that if you do bhakti, means devoted to God, the devotion will come back to you. If you don't do devotion, you do bad things, then bad things will come back to you, not the bhakti. You do bhakti, bhakti will come back to you. If you chant name of Ram, Ram now will remember you at the end of your life. Simple equation. म्हणूनच साधूने आपले जीत असताच सार्थक केले, शरीर कारणी लागले धन्य त्याचे. That is why, while living only, sadhu fulfills all his desires of becoming one with the God. Only one desire, that is all desires. Okay, someone was there. Let us see again. म्हणून साधूने आपले जीत असताच सार्थक केले, शरीर कारणी लागले धन्य त्याचे. Now, that is why sadhu means, sadhu doesn't mean he is wearing in the white cloths or wearing the saffron cloths or pink cloths or yellow cloths. So many kinds of cloths are there. A person living a sadhu life, devoted life, is a sadhu straight away. Means good life. Jita astat sarthak kele. While living only, he has achieved enlightenment. He has sarthak means fulfilled all his desire. And one desire is all desires, becoming one with the God. Sharira karani lagale dhanyatache. His birth is through birth, and his birth has been Paramarthic life. He has lived the Paramarthic life. His birth and Paramarthic life has become unison, and then he achieved Dhanyatache. Means he has become, the Atmagyan. He has become realized soul. Dhanya means he fulfills, self-satisfied, and all those things. And that is the way everybody should live. That is what Sant Ramdas is saying. जे का जीवनमुक्त ज्ञानी त्यांचे शरीर पडो राणी अथवा पडो स्मशानी तरी धन्य झाले. Now those are, while living only, they are living, the life of a self-enlightened, self-realized life they are living. Then their body may fall here. They may die here or there or there or there, any place. Maybe even the cemetery, smashani. Still, they are fulfilled soul. It doesn't mind where you die. How you live is very important. That is another message. Because everybody is going to die because of certain kind of reason, my mother used to say. We don't know what is the reason. People are going to die. I mean, reason in the sense, maybe suddenly somebody dies with what kind of disease, whatever it may be. Okay? साधूचा देह खितपला अथवा श्वानादिकी भक्षिला हे प्रशस्त न वटे जनाला मंद बुद्धिस्तो. Now that story, that sadhu who died in the jungle and his body was in fact the animals in the jungle, they started eating his body and all those things. So those people who feel bad, his end was not good because of ignorance, he is saying. In fact, we should live peaceful life among good people. Then definitely good end will always be there. Okay? अंतपरा नव्हेची म्हणून कष्टी होती इतर जन परी बापुडे अज्ञान नेडती वर्म. So end is not good. Then people feel bad. But that is a ignorance. While living only, you should be able to see your end. Oh, this is the end. And this is what people don't realize, and that is ignorance. जो जन्मलाच नाही ठाईचा त्यास मृत्यू येईल कायचा, विवेकावेळे जन्म मृत्यूचा घोट भरेला. Now, last time I told you about the Atmaram, that book has been written by Sant Ramdas. The first sentence is Agaje Zalechi nahi. Means we are never been born, because we are Paramatma Swarup. Then how the death will come to that which has never been born? विवेक बळे जन्ममृत्यूचा घोट भरला जाणे. And that's how Sara Vivek, Atma Vivek, you should be able to do. And then only we can go beyond Punarapi Janam, Punarapi Maranam, again born, again die, and all those things. God Bharila means he has killed the death only. It means he has gone beyond death, in fact. स्वरूपानुसंधान बळे सगळे मायाच नाडळे तयाचा पार न कळे ब्रह्मादिकासी. Now, once you become self-realized soul, then this mirage doesn't remain. Everything is going to perish, you realize. But this thing, even Brahmadev also do not realize many a times. And many times, last time we saw the example that even a lot of gods are there in the heavens. They want to born as a good human being in a good family, so that they live a life of a yogi and they achieve that Atma Gyan. Okay? So, तो जितची असता मेला मरणास मारून ज्याला जन्ममृत्यू न स्मरे त्याला विवेक बळे. Now, while living only, he has seen his death. He has killed the death. And he has gone beyond the death. And that's why they do not see being born, living, and death, because of Atma Vivek. Beautiful. तो जनी दिसतो परी वेगळा वर्तता भासे निराळा दृश्य पदार्थ त्या निर्मळा स्पर्शलाचे नाही. He lives a normal life like everyone. And as he has become as pious, as pure, as Paramatma Swarup, so the death cannot touch him. Whether he is living or he is dead, still he has become one with the God at all the times. It doesn't touch him. Okay, death doesn't touch him. असो ऐसे साधुजन त्यांचे घडलिया भजन तिने भजने पावन इतर जन होते. Now these kinds of sadhu, good people are there. Sadhus, saints, sannyasi, fakir, whatever you may call. And Swami also you may call, God, Devi you may call, whatever you may call. People start chanting their name. Already those sadhu is performing penas. People take name of this, he is taking name of the God. Then they all become pure, and pavan means pure souls. And all the people also become pure souls. Okay? सद्गुरूचा जो अंकित साधक तेणे केलाची करावा विवेक विवेक केलिया तर्क फुटे निरूपणे. So one of the questions that was asked in previous is, every sadhu and saint has his past and everybody has his future as well. So always remember, if that person has been accepted as sadhu or sannyasi by God, you just trust, because he might have seen a lot of bad things in his life, and that is why he was maybe bad and has become good. So trust. Angulimal example is there. Even Ratnakar became, Valacha Valmiki Marathi. Valmiki was there who went on to write Ramayana. Okay? So once a person is accepted as sadhu and he is living a sadhu and pious life, trust. Of course, he will not go on the wrong path, that is for sure, is what has been given over here. If he is a real sadhu. Okay. सद्गुरूचा जो अंकित साधक आहे तिने केलाची करावा विवेक विवेक केलिया तर्क फुटे निरूपणे. Now once you have become good disciple of your Sadguru, you start using your Atmanatma Viveka. You are walking on the path of Shurasya Dhara Dishida Duratya, on the razor's blade. So Viveka Keliya Tarka. So with your logic, senses and Atmanatma Viveka, you will follow of Atmadhyani path, Brahmadhyani path only. Raj Marga. This is a real king's path. This is the living life king size. Whether you are poor or rich, it doesn't matter. Where you are living doesn't matter. Whether you are living in hut or in the palace, it doesn't matter. This is the life king size. And that is why my Swamiji used to say, anybody may rise and anybody may misguide you, and you follow them. You should follow what is written in Dasbodh. So whatever you think, you become, and whatever you think and become, and that your vichardhara becomes, your thought process become, you start speaking as well. And that's why you should think positively. It doesn't mean he was against business or against this institution or that. No, he means everything can be done positively with positive intention only to achieve Atmajnan only. Of course, there are certain paths we should not go. Those are devil's paths in fact. हेची साधकासी निरवणे अद्वैत प्रांजय निरूपणे तुमचे समाधान बाणे साधू जैसे. Now you people are also like sadhu, you are also realized soul. So that's all. But still we have to perform penance throughout our life. We have to see the Advait Paramatma everywhere. Pranjay means like children, you have to believe in that. And you should speak that. And then only you will become self-satisfied like sadhu. I trust you are also all sadhus who are listening. जो संतांश शरण गेला तो संतची होऊन ठेला इतर जनास उपयोगी आला कृपाळपणे. The person who has surrendered himself in front of Sadguru, Santa, God, they become like that only, Santa, Sadhu, God. इतर जनास उपयोगी आला कृपाळपणे. Then they live a kind life, live with kindness with everyone. In fact, they also become kind to themselves. Okay? Because small mistakes happen. For example, in place of, for example, 7:59 your appointment is there, you go at 7:58 or go at 7:59 10 seconds. For 10 seconds you are late. Once in a while it may happen, but you still okay, accept it, because it's a human. To err is a human, but to repeat is not human. Then it's a devilish act. Okay, there are certain people who are creating a devilish environment around you, and they will try to show that you are a devil. That politics is not in your domain. You still remain kind to all the people. You see, when we were 18, 19 years old, and then during PhD also, there were a lot of friends to us. One of the friend was there. He, many engineers, they start smoking and drinking and all those things. Otherwise, they are not engineers. Means there are certain thought process are there. So once I met him and all other people who except me and him, we went to a library and all those things. He said, we should be kind to them. I said, to whom these people? They do not realize that at 18 they have started smoking and drinking. What will happen to them at age of 40, 45? I hope you understand what he said. I mean, going on the wrong path. Still you should be kind to them. That's all he said. I mean, I hope you understand the crux of that. So always remain on the pious path, generous path. Remain pious path and generous. Keep the pious and generous path inside yourself as well. ऐसे संतांचे मेहमान संत संगी होते ज्ञान सत्संगा परते साधक आणिक नाही. This is how it is the greatness of sadhu and santa saints, because while remaining in touch with them, in contact with them, and seeing their life, you also become santa, sadguru, sadhu, because satsanga, living with good company, is the best way to achieve Atmajnan. Like this, if nobody is there, then inside yourself you should create the satsanga itself. Satsanga is inside. Sat means God. Sangha means we are living with God. Anikanai, there is no other path. Guru bhajanache ni आधारे निरूपणाचे नि विचारे क्रिया शुद्ध निर्धारे पाविसे परे. Now, by following the path told by the Sadguru, you are following that 24/7. And then while speaking and living a life, Nirupan doesn't mean always speaking. Discord doesn't happen only through speaking. Your behavior 24 by 7 also can become puja, Nirupan. Your action speaks louder than your words. I hope you understand. That is why it is there. It has been coming from these kinds of books only. Kriya Shuddha Nirdhare Pavishe Pada. Your all deeds become pious deeds, and then you achieve pada. Pada doesn't mean always achieving acharya pada means some kind of degree. Pada has also meaning that pada, I mean, means you are achieved that state of mind where you can devote yourself at the pad, means at the feet of God. You have become fully surrendered to God. You have become one with the God only, Almighty. परमार्थाचे जन्मस्थान आहे, त्याची सद्गुरूचे भजन, सद्गुरू भजने समाधान अकस्मात वाण. Now, from where the Paramartha is born and grows, it starts with the Sadguru. When he initiates, when you live with him, you understand the real Paramartha. As Sadguru has become self-satisfied, he lives in the Satchidananda Swarup Paramatma. Like that, you also become Akasmat. Suddenly you can become. And you start becoming like that. In fact, Sant Ramdas said it to Shivaji Maharaj that when he was initiated for this path, now we are on the same path, he said. Who is faster and who is slower and who is going to achieve faster, it has no meaning. We are on the same path. You are yogi, I am also yogi. Sant Ramdas said. Okay? देह मिथ्या जाणून जीवे याचे सार्थकची करावे भजन भावे तोषवाय चित्त सद्गुरूचे. Now deha mithya doesn't mean you do false, this everything is false and you do falsehood. No, mithya means everybody is going to get perish, but still you should live a fulfilled life. You should make everybody happy in your house, for example, and you create Anandavan Bhuvan inside yourself and in your family and all the places around the world. City, state or province, county, then country, nation, then so many nations. And all on the whole earth, heaven can be created. Utopian concept can be achieved. Sustainable development goals can be achieved. Swananda Bhut pattern of Dhaneshwar Maharaj can be achieved. Anandavan Bhuvan of Sant Ramdas can be achieved. Inside ourselves and outside as well. And that's how Bhajan Bhavi Toshvaya, that's how your Sadguru will be happy. And then your Chitta and Sadguru's Chitta will become one and the same thing. Your Chitta and Paramatma Chitta will become one and the same thing. You will become unison with the Almighty God. शरणागतांची वाहे चिंता तो एक सद्गुरुदाता जैसे बाळक वाळवी माता नाना यत्ने करून. Once you surrender in front of Sadguru, the Paramatma, then your care is taken by the God himself. And like mother grows the child, infant child, like that Sadguru grows yourself inside your mind, brain and soul, and you become one with the God, so that you remain one with the God at all the times. With lot of efforts he tries. I already told you that Sadguru tries. Penance is more powerful and has more efforts than what you can do. And already told you that God knows our past, our present and future as well. So Sadguru tries hard for us, does more penance for us than we do for ourselves. Try to understand. Many times parents try more than their children for their benefits. I hope you understand, that is the meaning. म्हणून सद्गुरूचे भजन ज्यासी घडे तोची धन्य, सद्गुरू विण समाधान आणिक नाही. दॅट इज वाय सद्गुरू भजन मीन्स रिमेंबरिंग Sadguru at all the times. And that is the best and most pious thing. Sadguru vina samadhan आणिक नाही means becoming one with the Sadguru, becoming inside your mind, becoming one with the God, becoming yogi. That is the best way. There is no other self satisfaction than becoming yogi, bhakta. And Your mind, brain and soul becomes one with your soul becomes one with the infinite soul. That is the state of yogi. You become bhakta, you become one with the God at all the times. Then whatever you do becomes the work is worship, because you are following all ethics, you are living within your own limitations, you are doing only pious and good work only, humanitarian work only. At the same time, you are eating, breathing, everything that is required. You are not doing apayapan, not doing abhakshabakshan and all those things. You are not eating which is not required. You are not drinking what is not required. You are not accepting those things inside your soul, mind, and body that is not required. And then you achieve the self satisfaction. So once somebody said that in the childhood people live that they will not come to know the other part of the life. Then, as Sadhguru said, they can see it on the TV, they can watch it by their own observing eyes and brain and soul. Then the other person couldn't speak anything. He can see that by doing bad things are happening to that person. Why will they go on that wrong path, devilish path? There was no answer. There was no question, more question from him. This life you have to live since early childhood. That is for sure. सरली शब्दाची खटपट आला ग्रंथाचा शेवट. येथे सांगितले स्पष्ट सद्गुरु भजन. Now Sant Ramdas is saying that I have to close this book now, but still he went on to write 13 more dashak. Okay, 130 more chapters, because even in Gita also, Shri Krishna said in the Sankhya second chapter, he has told everything. Still he went on to tell 16 more chapters, for example. You just clarify everything. Sarli Shabdachi Khatpat. Now, I don't have to use more words. This is enough that you have become enlightened soul. Now, I should close the writing the Grantha. Sangili Spashta, I have told you everything in clearly, in good words. And this is my Sadguru Bhajan, whatever I am writing. Okay? But still, we are thankful to him that he went on to write everything in his words with clarity. सद्गुरु भजनापरते काही मोक्षदायक दुसरे नाही. ज्यास न म्हणे तेही अवलोकावी गुरुगीता. Sadguru Bhajan is the best, and you achieve moksha, atmadhyay. There is nothing like that. Remain in that state of mind. There is nothing like that. But still, if you have some doubt, go and read Guru Gita. Guru Gita, we saw already that Shankar Bhagwan has told you to Parvati Mata. तेथे निरुपली बरवे पार्वती प्रति सदाशिव या कारणे सद्भाय सद्गुरु चरण सेवा. So in Guru Gita, Parvati Shankar has told a lot of things to Parvati and how to remain one with the God and all those things. Imagine Shankar is still Kapadi, Bhagwan Shankar is still performing penance. Every day is coming to know new things from Gita. And he is still performing penance. Who are we in front of him? We don't know his age. We know our age. We might live for 100 years. But 100 years in front of 1 billion years is nothing. 10 billion, hundreds and thousands of billions years is nothing. We are still infant in front of that God. Okay? जो या ग्रंथीचा विवेक विवंचुनी पाहाय साधक तयास सापडे एक निश्चय ज्ञानाचा. If you go through this whole Dasbodh, you will realize that only Atma-Dhyan has been given to be the most powerful and achieving the thing to be achieved, in fact. जे ग्रंथी बोलिले अद्वैत तो म्हणू नये प्राकृत सत्य जाणावं वेदांत अर्थविषयी. So always remember, sadhak should remain in Atma-Dhyan at all the times with firm belief. But at the same time, if this Advait Grantha is there, this is Advait. God is everywhere, nothing else is there. Advait Grantha. तो म्हणू नये प्राकृत. Please don't say that it is written in Prakrit or Marathi. And because he was blamed, he is writing in Marathi. Even Dhaneshwar Maharaj also was blamed. You are not writing in Sanskrit, because Sanskrit was the dominating language. And because they don't want to lose their livelihood and their importance. That could be there. Satya Jana Vedanta. Nowadays, that is happening with our languages: English, Spanish, French, maybe Hindi, maybe Marathi, whatever may language. They want to keep their dominance. Chinese, Japanese, Russian, whatever. There are so many. There are at least 6,000 big languages being spoken by more than 100,000 people. There are at least 6,000 languages in the world right now. If they want to keep their domination, then other languages may not live. In fact, yesterday only I told you to kids. In 2002, one analysis was given: living and extinct languages. So there were some languages in Amazon. One language was spoken by only one person. Nobody else knew that. So please ask him to write. The kids immediately they ask him to write the script of that. Otherwise, that script will vanish. There are certain languages only 19 people, 22 people, and 92 people have been spoken over there. 4 aboriginal languages. There are certain languages in India as well. For example, Tulu language is there in Karnataka. Now that script has been lost. So they are writing in Kannadiga or Tamil script they are using, for example. So in which language you speak is not important. What is given is important, he is saying. Advaita. You have to become realized soul. Becoming your soul should merge with the God. You should become enlightened soul. That is the reality life, and that is you should accept. And how you die doesn't matter. You should remain Nitya. Okay? So you don't say it is written in Marathi, Prakrit. Satya Jana Vedanta Arthavishi. The real Vedanta has been given over here. And try to understand its meaning, the real meaning, the crust and gist of what I have been given. I have been writing. Just try to understand. Try to understand the real subject, the real matter of importance. In which language it is written is not important. Time and again he is saying many times, in the past also it has been there. प्राकृते वेदांतकडे सकळ शास्त्री पाहता मिळे आणि समाधान निवळे अंतर्यामी. इव्हन इन मराठी यू आर अंडरस्टँडिंग वेदांत द उपनिषदात. अहम आत्मा तत्वमसी प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म सर्वम खलुदम ब्रह्म. You are understanding here. All the shastras, everything that is given in the all the kinds of granthas in the world, books in the world, that I have taken over here in Dasbodh. आणि समाधान निवळे अंतर्यामी. So that you should achieve the self-satisfaction. How? By becoming the enlightened soul. Antaryami, inside yourself, you'll always remain in calm and peaceful state. Tranquility of mind will be there, and peaceful state of mind you will live. Whatever you do. But you will do good, and at good places only you will live. All the times he is alerting us. Te prakrut म्हणू नये. You see, all the times good, bad, everything is alerting us. ते प्राकृत म्हणू नये. जिथे ज्ञानाचे उपाय. Don't call it Marathi. It is the knowledge for enlightenment. मूर्खासे हे काळे मरकटा नारिकेळ के कैसे. Now, he has to use these strong words. The monkeys don't realize how the coconut is. They see only the strong kahwar. They don't see what is the real coconut inside that. Inside the coconut, even water is also there. That is so lucid in fact. आता असो हे बोलणे अधिकार. In fact, he just by doing this he said that. आता असं हे बोलणे अधिकार परत्वे घेणे शिंपीमधील मुक्त होणे म्हणू नये. Now I am talking with authority. Sant Ramdas is saying, please understand, you have to achieve mukta, atmadhyan. That is the only real life. You become yogi, bhakta, vibhakta nasayatari is bhakta, and perform every moment puja towards the God. Then what kind of death you will get, we don't know. But in your death also you will remain realized soul. You will not get next birth. जेथे नेती नेती श्रुती तेथे नसले भाषा व्युत्पत्ती परब्रह्म आदि अंती अनुर्वाच्य. Even in Sanskrit Neti Neti has been said. It is not enough. It is not enough. It is beyond that. God is beyond that. तिथे न झाले भाषा इतपत. So any kind of mastery or any kind of language is not enough. Parabrahma Adi Anti Anurvacha. Parabrahma Tattva Adi means in the past, in the present, and in the future. It will be Anurvachi. It will be beyond words only. Which language you use is not important. इति श्री दासबोधे गुरु शिष्य संवादे देहांत निरूपण नाम समास 10वा दशक 7वा समाप्त. So in the Dehant Nirupan, he has told that you have to become unison with the God, become yogi and bhakta, and perform 24 hours sadhana, penance, so that your work is worship is achieved at every moment throughout your life. And then where your body will fall, where you get death, is not do not remain it doesn't remain important, in fact, because you have already become one with the God. Okay, like that we have to live your life like a yogi and bhakta 24/7. Thank you very much.